down here.
You have entered the Basic Mineral Testing Area. PPE must be worn in this area.
The area up ahead was used for originium cultivation.
Warning. Error code 24. Pressurizer malfunction. Warning. Error code 22. Insufficient power.
Look! It's a trap! Just like the movies!
UWST defenses tend to be something else. Yvonne probably made these.
Whoa!
Ugh! Why are you here?
You're not Landbreakers, right?
None of us look like Landbreakers, okay?
We're the Endfield crisis team. How did you end up here?
I came back here to retrieve active originium samples. If we lose them, all of us would have worked for nothing. But the park is filled with Landbreakers and the Blight. Is it safe outside right now?
Not entirely. But you shouldn't meet any enemies if you take the shortest way out.
This would be Yvonne's work. When the LBs entered the park, I saw her drones swarming all over the place. Some were carrying bombs, while others were helping to install defensive facilities. She took plenty of obsolete laser cutters from the lab to bolster the local security loadout. And thank goodness Yvonne got these drones and machines to work. Saved tons of lives, she did. Plenty of crazy LBs even tried ramming her laser traps just to kill us.
Fabian and Eliza Collins are outside the park and picking up refugees. You should go meet up with them. We'll find the samples and deliver them to a UWST monitor.
Great! Thank you so much.
Yvonne's auto-defense system is also putting up plenty of her signature decor all over the park. I think she's enjoying this.
She saved a lot of lives, and the UWST crew doesn't seem to mind. Any other time, and we might have a diplomatic issue with the Syndicate.
I definitely saw these lasers in a movie. Wow! These lasers can move! The elevator is over there!
Let's try connecting Tata to this signal tower. The signal tower is undamaged. We can activate it straight away.
Incredible! You did it! You're the best!
What's going on? The heat burned through the external casing. Since the signal tower has been activated, we should call on...
Hello? Hello? Comms are finally working. Did someone activate the signal tower?
This is Enfield's internal channel. Are you Ivan?
Oh, what? Supervisor Perlica? Okay. Signals were incredibly choppy a while ago. I wasn't expecting that you'd be paying us a visit.
Well, here I am. There's an urgent matter, and we wanted to call Andre. It's about the prototype, and I just got the feeling that you're the best person to ask.
The Trans-Ether Tranquilizer Automator Prototype. I'm its maker mummy, you know? Shipped it to Andre to get some mobility module installed. You got a technical issue for me? And how's my sweet baby bot doing?
We connected the prototype to the protocol signal tower to amplify and expand its scanning range. And that would be its function of deciphering ether wave signatures, but...
You what? What did you do with my baby?
We just connected it to the signal tower to scan the blight and reveal some blight cores.
Have you realized what you have done?
Let's try not to shout over the mic, okay? So, did we do something wrong?
My prototype? My baby bot! How does it look right now?
There's visible structural damage. And significant overheating. We're planning to take it to the power plant to seal the rupture rift. Can we still do that?
You went overboard with the power output of the deciphering scanner. Amplification by the signal tower only made things worse. Such power levels might burn or even melt the entire chip.
But Tata still has its emote. It looks all right. At least it's not melting.
I think we still have time. Make your way to the second floor of the research center. Quickly! I'll be waiting for you. The prototype needs immediate repairs. Stat, only 2 individuals within 100 miles know how its ether tech works. And don't touch Tata's settings anymore. The prototype should be able to move, but only barely. Don't activate any of its functions on your way here. It definitely lacks the juice for handling the power plant incident, unless I repair it first. I'm in my lab. There are plenty of LBs in the research center, and many corridors are clogged by the blight. I'll send a few drones your way and lead you through.
From what I've heard, this behavior is quite typical of Ivan. She is quite laid back and doesn't care much about her own safety. Ivan probably doesn't treat this as a real emergency, so she simply stayed put in her lab to wait for rescue teams.
Just remembered something. I never touched the settings. Nuh-uh. The power dial was already like that. Yvonne, I really wanted to ask this question from the start. Did you make these drone bombers?
Of course I did. I guess you've probably seen my Tweety bomb.
Smash the blight core at the door! Yeah.
That landbreaker has been physically twisted by the blight. Mine's probably... Ivan, we're inside the research center. There are a lot of mutated landbreakers inside. Is your lab safe?
Don't worry. Those blighted goons can't reach my place because I got my gadgets. I just want to get my prototype fixed. You're taking it to the power plant, right? Then you better hurry up.
We are making our way to the second floor. We should keep following your guide drone, right?
sort. By a stupid goon. I'm all right. Feeling heavy? That's right. I heard something. Watch out! Enjoy your flight! Shield! Splint! Yeah! Yes! Here's your chance!
Everyone's doing their best. I need to catch up to them.
Performing diagnostics. 31. Diagnostics complete.
We reached the second floor. Which way should we go?
The lab is to our right, but the blight clogged the way.
So take the path of no blight, duh. I've sent you guide drones to your place. Just follow their lights. This room has access to the maintenance corridor. Go down the corridor and you'll reach my place.
Looks like we'll have to jump onto these platforms to get to the court.
See the drones? I usually have them move stuff around this room for me. Just go down the corridor and you'll find my lab. There's a control panel at the doorway. Perlica's supervisor authority level should grant you access.
They're coming from the top! Stick together, people! That's the control panel. It's just like the one we saw at the gate of the park.
Let's take care of the enemies first.
So many mutant lab breakers!
The blight disaster only took place a short while ago. It shouldn't have mutated them. Mutation is a slow process, but these landbreakers might have been directly exposed to an ether flux.
Strange. I thought this should work. Nope, not working. Oh, that's it. Got it! Oh, wait. It still isn't working.
Well, hello?
Maybe it's a local power output issue. Oh, you got in. That's quick. Oh, nice to meet. Name's Yvonne. You must be Supervisor Prolica. Ooh.
Yes, it's me. Andre told us about you, and I've read many of your papers.
Andre? That old boy still owes me money after he lost the last bet we made. He promised nitrous afterburners for my Originium EV, and it's been 6 friggin' months! By the way, who's the one behind the mask, Supervisor Perlica?
This is our administrator. We're working as a team to resolve the most pressing issue of Valley 4.
The administrator? Does that mean things are looking ultra bad right now? The stories I heard about you tend to be extremely intense and thrilling, Administrator.
Talking about intense and thrilling. How do you cope with all these mutant breaker goons as your neighbors?
I'm alright. When I saw these mutant mobs making their way through the back gate, I set up a trap to lock them in this building. The science park crew will be in major trouble if I let them leave.
But won't these housemates make you uncomfortable?
Well, I might get a little worried in another place, but the research center is my techno girl cave. I know everything about the building's security features and can control door locks and access from my lab. They'll never get into my bunker of serious science. And since our legendary Endmin is here in person, no enemy shall stand before us. I've just remotely acquired data from the prototype. Essential systems are still intact, but repair work would be extensive and challenging. I've heard about the power plant and ether incident, and they're within the estimates that Andre and I made. The prototype is our only way to turn things around, but you really made a mess of it. To seal the rupture rift, the prototype would first scan and decipher the ether wave signatures emitted. It would then release a pulse similar to the target bandwidth to achieve pseudo-conjugation and halt the ongoing ether reaction. I hope you understand all that, because the prototype is supposed to be a pulse emitter. You forced it to perform a blight load of crazy nonsense.
Were you talking in science? Because that was really hard.
I'll translate that for you. Scanning without properly matching the target bandwidth may result in a chain reaction of, let's just say improper use sets off a super explosion. Do you guys have a death wish or something? Oh, who came up with this stupid idea? If it's the administrator, then... Well, I'm glad that the prototype is all right and managed to help you out. I'll get it fixed, but don't do that again, please. Anyway, this lab is too cramped. We must take the prototype to the repair platform at the back gate for the repairs. And since you're here anyway, I'll appreciate it if you'd be nice enough to clean up my unwanted LB housemates. I was almost done calibrating the power output of the replacement parts when you came in. Once I finish this job, we'll head down together.
You sound very organized. But your room looks really different.
Well, the furnishing of my room is a matter of personal taste, and it's different from how I approach my work. Science demands a great deal of care and attention. Professor Crow and I are the only two individuals who know how this works in Valley 4. I've started prepping the repairs while you were down there playing hide and seek with the LBs. A half-retired senior UWST scientist and my mentor. I've spent my recent years working with him and establishing much of the theoretical foundation of our field. He is usually carrying out routine tasks at the UWST power plant. If you kept doing what you did, the prototype would have burned itself out by the time you reached Professor Crow. And that would be the end of us all. You may rest here. Just don't poke around my stuff. We'll head down once you're ready. Like my robotic servo arm, I used it to assemble the prototype. Blueprints for the prototype brings back old memories. That particular iteration would be Professor Crow's work. Oh, it's out of beans. Once we're done with this thing, remind me to stock up. I'm busy with prep work, so I'm afraid I'll have to keep things short with you. The ether side, including its theoretical principles and practical applications. My research is an insane energy guzzler. The UWST Originium energy projects happen to meet my needs, and we've been rubbing each other's backs for many years. Speaking of which, we had a basic understanding about the ether side during the Age of Terra. After arriving at Talos II, the field got a lot deeper. Many ancient ruins at this place have residual ether energy. The ancient civilization that existed before our arrival probably knew a lot about the ether and made use of it. I've been trying to restore these lost technologies. Learning about the ether side and its surging energies would help us create a future that would be absolutely... Huh? Well, it's pretty short for an intro. I can do this all day if you want the sweet, juicy details. And I'm only doing this because you're the one asking, Endman. I wouldn't even bother if it were someone else. I designed it and also constructed its latest iteration. Its core working principles, however, are based on Professor Crow's theories. Max Crow was the first to propose the counter-pulse principle. When I first arrived at Valley 4, he described to me the UWST ether cell and the decade-long projects that he'd been working on. The UWST used the ether cell for years and never had an accident. But the professor is always worried and privately worked on a backup plan. Yeah, Professor Crow came up with many independent findings and results. His ideas are quite different compared to those held by his peers in the band. Unfortunately, long-term exposure to ether made Professor Crow extremely weak. He did set up multiple protective measures, but they didn't work. I took over some of his research after working together for a while. Old man got too sick to keep working on them, you know? Professor Crow, Andre, and I have always believed that the power plant ether cell poses a serious threat to our safety. So, what you're seeing here is the latest and the most meta build of the Trans-Ether Tranquilizer Automata prototype. Its onboard core chip is furnished with ether tech that Banda eggheads could never dream of. That means it's got what it takes to accommodate a capable smart module. Before I forget, you weren't talking about the name Tata, right? Yeah, fooled around with stuff during my spare time. Old stuff that no one would miss. The site director owes me a few favors. I actually helped out the research center. My defense system proved super effective. See? Great, awesome things are always made by Yvonne. Super serious. I'm ready. Over here. Let's go.
Yvonne, have you been using this room as a storage depot?
Oh, well, yeah. But Supervisor Perlica, I don't think I need to submit a late application form, right?
Performing diagnostics routine. 26. Diagnostics complete.
These LBs were only here for a while. They've successfully
Enjoy your last moments alive.
turned this building into a dump.
Taken out most enemies in the building. I believe we can commence with the repairs.
Wow, look! I found the control panel over here!
Chipset, stabilizer, amplification bandwidth. The core chipset has experienced an overload. It's an easy fix, but the job will take time.
And we got ourselves a rare moment of peace and quiet. This journey has been one intense adventure so far.
Don't let them reach Tata and Yvonne.
Graysense intel looks legit.
The one leading the goons can talk!
Heavy? That's right! They're after the prototype!
I know. We gotta keep Tata safe.
Hey, keep this pink hair genius safe as well!
That sees the advantage.
Stick together, people! Sorry, I can't pause the ongoing diagnostic and repair process, so I can't help you out either. But I'm calling my mini bomb tail. Enjoy your fun!
Feeling heavy? That's right. That's the wound. It's finally done.
Is Tata finally okay?
Yeah, I fixed the chipset, optimized the scanning bandwidth and power output, and set up several redundant safety measures. Subsequent scanning or signal tower connections should not overheat it again. But you should still take proper care of it. TATA prototype may look big, but it's still a fragile little baby.
How are you doing, Tata? Feeling good? Finally! It's not showing the exhausted emote anymore.
Yes. I can't help but feel lucky that we found you at this place, Ivan.
You should feel lucky, because I am the only one who can take care of technical problems like this. Say no more! Stop moving already, and do something about that either side rupture before it gets any worse.
Of course. Business first. We'll be on our way.
Oi, wait! All that scanning you did probably depleted the prototype's power reserves, but the crew switched off most Originium generators during evacuation. You have to find a way to charge it.
Can't we just restart the generators?
We can, but the LBs made a bloody royal mess of the place. Better not switch these large machines back on without proper diagnostics. And you need a proper crew to keep them running. No, we can't do this right now. You'll actually run into settlements in the old mines along your way. They should have plenty of backup generators to power their mining rigs. They should let you borrow some. It's the safest bet.
Aren't you coming with us?
Oh, I want to, but the Sitch won't let me. The science park is now a dumpster heap, more blighted than a breaker's cranial matter. Now, I can go and make the power plant safe with you, but this place might blow itself up into atoms when I'm not looking. Please try to be safe, and don't break my baby bot again.
You need me to power your facilities?
Looks like a useless chore to me. Forget it. Tell me what needs to be done. Oh, hi.
I grew up in Dijon and know her layout like the back of my hand.
Maybe we should add a suite of machines.
Just point the way.
Hi! You called? I just improved my ability to sense the world's gravitational fields.
Just point the way.
Looking for me? I am not familiar with your tongue. I, wish you the best of health.
This is the mountain path that Director Chin mentioned.
Look, we're getting closer to the power plant. But I can also sense the rupture rift.
Supervisor Perlica, what's the situation at your place?
We've successfully reached the mountain path. Tata, the prototype, has received its essential repairs. The armed patrol is also evacuating crew members from the science park to the hub base. Yvonne is safe. We're on our way towards the power plant. You're okay.
I'll smoke you real good!
Splintering time delivery! Anyone hurt? Let me know.
This is a powerful opponent. We must be vigilant.
I recommend going there and gathering some resources first.
Be cautious. That enemy is very strong.
Found a resourcing site nearby. Mark it on your map so you don't forget. Enjoy your
We're just like the heroes of an epic novel.
I hope to fight more enemies worthy enough to sink my blade into.
The Origin load spring is up ahead. Expect danger, team. Entman, we should ensure that the team is fully prepared.
Yeah, we got this saying in Hongshan, you know? Take time honing blades, and you'll save time chopping trees. Being prepped is always the best. Speaking of which, we could actually use a nice little break. Tata looks tired too, if you don't mind me saying.